again. Oh dear. What can you say? What can you say? Well done, Codemasters. Don't know what to say. Anytime I spectate, honestly, absolute joke. This game doesn't happen when I race. This is the stupid thing. It's not like it's my internet, or you know, I don't know. In all honesty, if anyone has any ideas or any suggestions, I'm all ears. I think I may have to uninstall the game and try reload it. I've never done that before, so I don't know how. But I'm guessing, that is that going to help? Because it's, it can't be an issue like with my PS4 or anything, because it doesn't happen any other time. It's purely when spectating. So it's obviously an issue with the game at some point, whether it just overloads things. But looks like we've had a few pits, and we have missed the most crucial part of this Grand Prix. And Codemasters, I will never forgive you. You're absolute bellends. DRL Naismith is DNF'd by the looks of it in the pits. I cannot tell what has happened. Not really sure what's happened. He's in the pits. Yeah, his car's there. That's a bit strange. Anyway, back up at the position. AJ dropped a load of positions. What happened there? I know on tyres. Everyone's AJ's suddenly gone back. Oh my god, Codemasters, you're absolutely useless. Honestly, you put AJ in the lead. Now he's not. What is going on? But we're generally going to try and get back with it. Nobody has pitted as of yet. Then. So excuse that last comment. Nobody has pitted. AJ apparently does not exist. He has no time delta. Nothing has happened. Amazing. Pippo, his teammate, has pitted though, as did Chuck a couple of laps ago. Thank you very much, whoever's joined. Appreciate you sticking with us, and apologies for this absolute horseradish that is Codemasters F1 game. I think it's getting a little bit quiet on the Western Front here. Nobody willing to blink first with pitting, except Josh McGill, who is going to go for it. Into the pits he goes. Nice job has retired from the session. And is that is a safety car? What has happened? Nice. How's he gone there? How has he retired there? That is a really, really strange place to pit, and that means everyone is going to pit. Have Leslie Burt got past the safety car? I hope he has. He has, thankfully. Otherwise, that would have screwed them over massively. But Josh McGill pitted at just the right time, but I don't think it's going to make any really much of a difference. It does take away from Chuckle being able to undercut or overcut Lee Burt, however. Nice Job has left. Very, very strange place to retire. I'm curious if you are watching the live stream, Nice Job, what happened? Because he's on a straight bit of track. So was there contact with somebody else? Not really 100% sure. AJ is apparently 1 minute and 55 ahead of Chuckle. Weird. But there we go. But that has brought out a full safety car. It's going to bunch up the field once again, so it could make things interesting, but it realistically has just dulled this race off, which is a bit of a shame. But as I said, no surprise that there's going to be a safety car, and these two are inevitably going to pit. They absolutely have to. They'd be crazy not to pit right now. Unless they think their tyres can make it all the way to the end, but even so, I think they're just going to be swallowed up by anyone that does pit, you know? So I imagine we will see the top four pit now. And they all, I mean, they might get a bit of an advantage, but not really much, because I think pretty much everyone pitted under safety car. You know, everyone from Josh McGill downwards now. Josh McGill came in the pits just as the safety car came out, so I don't think he's gained or lost anything really. To be fair, I think it's all going to be status quo is resumed. Yeah, Josh McGill inevitably coming in the pits, and I imagine we'll see Chuckle in behind, and we certainly do. Chuckle losing a bit of time though. That's quite interesting. Chuckle very tentative coming in the pits there. That could potentially cost him. To Josh McGill, yeah. Because he was very, very hesitant coming through there. So we'll have to see. Everyone else at crawling distance, crawling pace. New set of inters on AJ also in the pits. Same with Paul. Lee Burt comes out the pits. So does Chuckle. And I think they've actually gained a bit on Josh McGill because he's only just come around the first corner now. So yeah, they did gain a bit. So that tentative approach to the pit lane didn't make much of a difference. He's also brought DRL Mike into the fray once again after his earlier mistake. AJ Baker as well managed to get past his teammate, and that's cost his teammate Pippo massively. You know, Prof, Paul and AJ have all jumped him now. Prodigy coming in for a new set of inters. That'll be his second pit stop of the evening, but I think given his position, absolutely nothing to lose really. Might as well bolt on a brand new set intermediate tyres, otherwise you're going to be on older tyres than anyone else around you. Stick a new set on, sit there for no reason, and then disappear into the abyss. Well done, Codemasters, and then appear at the pit exit. Amazing. Amazing, this game. Absolutely brilliant. Just baffles me. What's Aki's going to do? I think that's his AI, isn't it? That is his AI, 100%. His AI is going to stay out, and hopefully his AI will catch up, but this could cause a few issues. Watch Prodigy try and catch up in the house. Hopefully he'll sort of catch up. We're going to get at least this lap and the next lap, I think. So at least 2 more laps, and it is a very, very long lap. But yeah, pretty much everyone all as you were. No major changes. And onwards we go, and it looks like Liebert maintains his stranglehold on this race for now. Royal Rumble's just about to catch up. And yeah, can Chuckle find a way past him? It's going to be interesting as well, because you get people that might not be able to warm their tyres up quite so well under the safety car. And so when it comes to a restart, you know, who's going to have cold tyres, who's going to have warm tyres, all going to play a big factor in the restart. And it's a very awkward track to restart as well on, because you've got that awkward bus stop chicane just before the start finish straight, and you've got to really go into it. You can't go after it. It's incredibly late. It's just going to allow anyone to get a jump on you, really. You know, there's such a minute sort of time frame after the chicane that you could leave it to try and catch people out, but it's risking so much. There's no point. You have to go into it, in my opinion. Which means, do you go way before? Do you go into it, through it? You know, like, because then you got to get your braking right, because you're so used to braking at 200 mile an hour. You got cold tyres, you don't know where the brakes are. You know, you go on a restart and then you just lock up and pile on into that bus stop, and that's it. You've wrecked your restart. And that's enough. Well, Prodigy looks like he was waiting for Aki, actually. So, looks like we're both going to potentially catch up. Now, on this lap, up through Eau Rouge they go. And they will have warmer tyres than anyone else as well, do bear in mind. And we look like we've caught the back of the pack. And we certainly have. So we will jump back to the beginning of the pack. And we've got that very beautiful looking Aston Martin going around. Who wouldn't want to own one of those? I tell you. Aston Martin able to run the curbs. Not nicer than an F1 car, but you know, quite a bit slower. Liebert desperately trying to warm his tyres up, running very close to the back of the safety car. You do not want to touch the safety car. It's built like a tank. You touch it, your car will explode. Again, amazing physics from Codemasters. Gotta love it. Chuckle just holding a bit of a distance behind Liebert. Obviously quite happy not to be right up his backside, just happy to leave a little bit of a gap. DRL Mike doing the same as well. No need to really be right up the backside of the car in front of you, but if you do leave a bit of a gap, then when it comes to the restart, you're going to accelerate and then suddenly brake, and then that's going to concertina back down the field, and it could cause issues. So it's a bit of a balancing act, but yeah, there's no point being right up the backside of the car in front. Absolutely no need, especially when at the moment, before we get the safety car message. When the safety car comes in, we get the message, which we should do in a minute. There we go. All right on cue. It will absolutely mean. And what has happened to DRL Mike? DRL Mike has dropped it under safety car. Unbelievable. He was on for a fantastic finish, but he's dropped it. Dropped to the back of the field and lost his wing for good measure. Unbelievable scenes. I'm sure he's going to be kicking himself for that. We've lost the Red Bull out of the battle, and he looked like he was quick enough to potentially fight these guys as well. But we go back to the front once again. Lee Burt is the de facto safety car. That has dropped somebody out of this title fight. When is Lee Burt going to go for it? He's still holding back. The safety car's in the pits. He can go at any point now. And I hold a very weird inside line into this bus stop chicane. He's going to slow him down, and off he goes. A little bit of a wiggle, but he looks like he's caught Chuckle napping there, but Chuckle closes right back in on the braking. A lot more confidence indeed. Look at that. Even though his car's wiggling all over the place, Chuckle has got a great restart over the Williams. Can he find a way past the Williams now while he is struggling for tyre temperature? It looks like Josh McGill is all over the back of him. You've got the Alfa Romeo as well, AJ, who's going to be delighted with the spin of DRL Mike, and has seen him up to 4th position and on the fringes of a podium. Looks like Chuckle's not had a great run. Royal Rumble and Bugatti slow running side by side further down. Royal Rumble has made a move into Road Rouge. What a move indeed, and he's got the position, but we're going to go back to the front because Josh McGill is very close to the back of Chuckle. He's got a great run in, but I think Chuckle's able to hold that position. Let's go back because Prodigy and Bugatti now side by side. Prodigy goes around the outside very late on the brakes from the Haas of Prodigy. Amazing stuff. And Chuck gets himself another time penalty for corner your track extension. I'm sure he's going to be kicking himself for that because that's going to drop him down the order a lot. He's already in 8th. He does not want to lose too many more positions, but he's going to as things stand. But we're going to go back to the lead because Chuckle still holding on to the back of Lee Burt. Josh McGill still holding on to the back of Chuckle. And it is all good. And these three are really fighting for the championship at this point. Josh McGill, a few points behind these lot because of his DNF, so he's got a bit of work to do. But he's every chance. He's got the pace. He's got the consistency. And Chuckle getting a mighty run out of that corner. And he's going to be in the slipstream of Lee Burt. Is he going to look to make a move? He's not want to make a move that early. You want to wait until the bus stop chicane, and that's exactly what he's going to do. But he's lost a little bit of ground coming through there. He's had to lift, and that's going to allow Josh McGill coming into the back of Chuckle. And that is a shame because Chuckle had an almighty run. Lee Burt, maybe he should have gone for it a little bit earlier and not backed out, but it would have been incredibly brave nonetheless. Lee Burt using a little bit more battery. Josh McGill nearly running into the back of the McLaren there. He was that much later on the brakes. Bugatti and Aki going side by side. Aki makes a move on Bugatti. I thought Aki was an AI. Maybe he got back in. I didn't see. But we're going to look. Whoa, that's a big wobble for Chuckle. And that's going to allow Josh McGill to run at him. And this is going to be a battle for P2 in the race. Josh McGill and Chuckle side by side. Chuckle's giving him a big squeeze. He's going to hold it around the outside. Can the McLaren keep his P2? It's side by side through there. Chuckle has to take across the track. Amazing stuff. Great side by side racing. But the Mercedes bumps him wide. Does not leave the McLaren any room. And I'm sure he's going to be very annoyed with that. Indeed, it looked fair enough, but he didn't really leave the McLaren much room whatsoever on the outside. And I'm sure Chuckle's going to be screaming down his mic at Josh McGill. Not very happy with that one. And that's going to allow AJ a run on Chuckle. And Chuckle has gone from attack to defend, and he's lost a position. And Lee Burt is laughing right now because that has given him a 2-second lead up the road. Amazing stuff. Can Josh McGill now go chasing after these guys? Can he go chasing after the lead? Can he get the lead? But Chuckle, I tell you what, Chuckle's all over the back of Josh McGill. He wants this position back, but he's going to have to be careful not to lose it to AJ at this rate, because AJ is looking incredibly quick in the Alfa Romeo. He is tucked in the slipstream. Is he going to make a move? Is he going to be close enough to make a move into the bus stop chicane? It's going to be incredibly close. And don't forget, you've got Paul Jones Jr. sat right behind as well. And don't discount him out of any fight. I don't think he's going to be close enough through the bus stop chicane. They go all in order. You've also got Prof as well joining this battle. Liebert fastest lap. Unsurprisingly, he's managed to catch a good break and obviously use his battery to try and pull a lead. And why not? And that is DRL Mike further back, who's had another spin. Looks like he's still going though. Not the end of the world for him, but he's lost quite a bit of time. And what a frantic couple of laps this has been. And Liebert is going to be laughing to himself right now. Chuckle will be fuming, no doubt. Josh McGill, I'm sure, will be very happy with that. It was some great racing. Very, very tough racing. And I'll tell you what, Josh McGill getting ever closer. DRL Mike does retire in the pits. That is a shame, because he was doing so well in this race. Up until that safety car when he dropped it. I think that's really cost him dearly. It's unfortunate for the Red Bull. We have only a few laps remaining. Josh McGill struggling to close the gap to Liebert. Liebert incredibly quick through that through the start of that second sector and into Poole, and he has got a lot of pace in that Williams. Josh McGill looks like he's every bit the match for him though, as he brings that time delta down by a couple of tenths. Prodigy gets himself a time penalty for corner cutting. She's going to be annoyed himself for that, but yeah, Josh McGill really closing that gap in that middle part of the sector. Really got the edge over Liebert in the medium speed corners. Royal Rumble has gone tumbling down the order. Not sure what's happened there. He's obviously made a bit of an error and dropped a few positions. But yeah, Josh McGill really stretching his legs now. Now he's got free roam. Can he get close enough to Liebert to make a move? And that is fastest lap of the race from Josh McGill. And confirmation, he is on a charge right now. Can he catch up to the back of the Williams? Can he contend for this race win? He really could do with a race win to get him back, pull himself back into this championship fight. The time delta is coming tumbling down now. That's another couple of tenths through the first corner. He's dropping Chuckle as well, so Josh McGill really feeling more comfortable on lower fuel. He was struggling early doors. Perhaps he was just pacing himself, who knows, but he's really looking mightily strong now. It's a yellow flag through sector 1. That is Aki, who's gone round at Eau Rouge. He's lost a lot of his wing. Amazing that he's still going, but it has dropped him pretty much to plumb last. I'm sure he's going to be gutted, because what a terrible race this has been for him. Good to see him back in though, racing. But yeah, Josh McGill still trying to close that gap. Liebert pulls out a couple of tenths in the first sector as he did last lap. Can Josh McGill pull another couple back on him? Once again, they are both using their battery as much as they can. They are rinsing their battery, rinsing their tyres, rinsing their pace as much as they can. That is a yellow flag. Who is that for? It is for Chuck, who has had a little bit of a tumble down the order. Back to the lead we go. What's Josh McGill able to do? Is he able to take the fight to Liebert? He's certainly gained a couple of tenths back once again on the Williams. And he's only 2 tenths outside of that second now. And once you get within a second, that's really when the slipstream starts taking effect. Oh no, Chuckle has got himself a 3-second time penalty, and that is in such a silly place as well. He's going to be kicking himself for that. He's not only lost P2, he's now lost P3 with that penalty, because AJ and Paul are right behind. Josh McGill sets another fastest lap. Once again, he is on a charge right now. He is coming for Liebert. Oh, big wobble there for Chuckle, who's going to go tumbling down the order with the penalties applied. Paul has a penalty as well, so it's not going to matter too much. I'll tell you what, Prof might well get him, though, come the end of this race. But look at this. Liebert now feeling the pressure, because look how close that Mercedes is behind him. He's under a second. in the first sector. We have 3 laps of this race remaining, but they are a long 3 laps. It's a long lap round here. Aki's in the pits further back for a new wing, and he will drop to dead last, gutting for him. But this race has started to get a little bit spicy now. The Williams pulls a 10th or 2 again in that first sector. He's obviously very quick through those corners, but Josh McGill pulls another couple of tenths in the middle sector, and then he pulls another couple of tenths around the first corner and up Eau Rouge. So he's obviously got more confidence there. The medium to high speed corners, I would say, was Lieber a bit more comfortable with the low speed corners, or so it seems. Yeah, gap back out to 1.1 for now. Lieber doing everything he can to hold on. Look how little battery both of these have. They've rinsed it as much as they could. Yeah, look at that. Josh McGill manages to catch back up a little bit, and I think he's got more straight line speed as well, but it's fairly evenly matched along the way. Lieber into the chicane, just trying to get that Williams, just see it through. There's a little wobble on there, that's going to cost him a bit of time. Josh McGill can sniff a victory right now. There's one thing catching up, it's another thing making a move. We're on the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. Things are getting very spicy indeed. We got the chasing Mercedes after the Williams. Who'd have ever thought that? It is on equal cars, so you know. Yeah, both have used all of their battery for all it's worth. Just not enough at this moment in time, though. I think Josh McGill's going to struggle to find a move or make a move past. Have a look at the conditions. Still very wet. It's drying out a bit. Oh, there's a little bit of a wobble on there for Josh McGill, and that's cost him a load of time. And that could be his chance of this race win over. Look how much time that has lost him. He just got the back end, just snapped on him a little bit. I think he has dropped right behind Lieber once again. I'm sure he's not going to mind too much. He's going to get P2 out of this race, and he's also going to get fastest lap. Chuckle will inevitably lose the lead of the championship. I think Liebert's going to take it, but I'm pretty sure he's going to hold on to P2. I'd have to work out the maths. I can't work it out in my head right now. I'm terrible at it. Bugatti gets himself time penalty. I don't think that's going to matter because he's got a big gap to Royal Rumble further back. Everyone else is about second and a half away from each other. AJ on course for a podium as things stand. Doing very well. Had a very good race in that Alfa Romeo, and up 8 positions. We'll be up 9 positions. And I think nobody can argue that there's been a better driver of the day this evening. I know there's a lap remaining, we're on the final lap now, but AJ Baker will go up 9 positions. He will get a podium as long as he keeps it on the track this lap. But he's kept quiet, he's had great race pace. And I think deserved driver of the day for me this evening. Absolutely deserved. But Josh McGill manages to get back within a second of Lieber. He's pulled that gap back quickly, hasn't he? Doesn't hang around. Just have a look at the penalties so we can see who's going to finish where. Get an idea on it as well. I think Chuckle's going to drop down the order with that penalty. It's going to cost him dearly in the championship. It really is. Losing that P2 to Josh McGill as well. It's going to cost him, oh my goodness, Aki with fastest lap. That has taken it away from Josh McGill. That is a statement of intent. This man has some incredible pace recently in the wet. He is really showing off what a lap that was. I know it was on fresh intermediates, but you know, what a lap. Amazing stuff. Oh my goodness, what's just happened there to Josh McGill? He's just lost it. Coming out of there, I think he's got away with it. Oh, but a heart-stopping moment for the Mercedes on the final lap, coming towards the end. Unbelievable. He manages to hold it on. We're going to go back with the Williams of Liebert, who has led this race from start to finish. He's had an amazing amount of pressure after setting that amazing pole lap, but he's held on to win the Belgium Grand Prix. Liebert wins in Spa. Josh McGill comes home P2. Chuckle will cross the line P3, but with Josh down the order, AJ Baker, the driver, my driver of the day, will come home on the podium. Amazing stuff from him. Chuckle will only drop to P4, but I'm sure he's going to be gutted with that. Prof couldn't quite get Chuckle with that penalty. He will be P5. Paul will be P6 after his penalty. Pippo, P7, Prodigy, a very, very respectable P8 after the issues he had in the contact with Nice Job earlier on. Bugatti, P9, RTG Chuck, P10. Royal Rumble will round the final corner to finish P11. But this man, fastest lap of the Grand Prix, disconnected, lost his wing, bended up over Rouge, but he's still going. Amazing stuff. Aki comes across the line to finish P12, last of the runners, but he is finished. Amazing, amazing stuff. What a race. What a race. AJ Baker, driver of the day from the game, and hands down, I agree, 100%. Thoroughly deserved from the Alfa Romeo driver. He drove a fantastic race. But the top honours go to Liebert, and here he is, your race winner this evening. Liebert dominated it from start to finish, but it was not as simple as that. He had an immense amount of pressure from behind, first from Chuckle, then from Josh McGill. And he managed to steady his nerve and hold on. And he takes top honours. Josh McGill will take P2, a very much needed P2, given his DNF the other week. AJ, a fantastic from P12 on the grid to P3. Amazing race. Chuckle, P4, a race what could have been. I'm sure he's going to be gutted with that one. Prof, very respectable from P10 on the grid to P5. Great stuff from him. Paul, P6. Pippo, P8. Prodigy, P8, sorry. Bugatti P9 and RTG Chuck in P10. What a race it's been. Amazing watching. Thank you very much everyone who has joined this evening. It's been an honour, it's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to see you again next week to do it all again. This season just gets better and better, and onwards we go. What will happen next? Until then, good night.